Welcome to the Nausea River podcast. I'm Theo Morgan, and I like to think that I maintain serious journalistic integrity, but that is slipping away, though this time I get to blame my guests. One could say you both need no introduction, but it's also been a long time. Who are you two?
Oh boy. Hi, my name is Dan Salant. I'm in a bunch of bands. Boston-based musician. I play bass in Ice Giant. I play bass in Annihilus Mundi. I play keyboards in Perennial Quest, and as of semi-recently, I play bass in Questing Beast, among many other one-offs and fill-ins and tours and fun little things and production activities and whatnot. Busy boy.
I'm Chris Ramusiewicz, also kind of a busy boy. Not in the band way, like Dan. I'm only in two bands, and one of them is also Annihilus Mundi. I'm a guitar player for Annihilus Mundi. I'm also a guitar player for Graveborn, and I also do podcasts on the side. I've been doing Terrible Book Club for about 11 years at this point, and I also do video game soundtracks and sound design in the other times when I have a moment to myself. And those moments are harder and harder to find.
Yeah, let's not draw it out. Meet or reacquaint yourselves with Chris Ramusiewicz and Dan Salen, who were on the podcast last year, albeit separately. I've always wanted to actually talk to their bands too, instead of piecemealing together everyone in Annihilus Mundi and calling it a day. I really did. Chris and I wanted to talk Graveborn with the whole band, or at least as many people as he could get together at the same time. It's complicated because John, their vocalist, recently moved to Arizona, but I was up for a late night chat. Unfortunately, the amount of Graveborn members we could get chatting together was one, with Dan in tow because he's a good sport. We have fascinating plans up ahead, but I had to let Dan and Chris talk about their current projects a bit first. There's exciting things in all camps. Good shit. So we have fun stuff planned for tonight, but this comes from the ashes of a failed attempt to get Graveborn, or at least more members of Graveborn on the podcast. So I figured that for both of you, you could talk about exciting new things coming up, plug new albums, plug new singles, whatever.
I think Dan gets to go first again because he has the most recent drop. Is that the
Yeah. So as we're filming this today, it's Friday the 20th, and Annihilus Mundi, depending on what you count as dropped, quote unquote, we dropped a new song either yesterday or today. It's on streaming as of today, and Bandcamp and whatnot as of today. And yesterday it got a premiere in Decibel magazine, which is awesome. The music video, got a premiere in Decibel. It's the first original Annihilus Mundi song since 2020, I believe. So it's been a hot minute. And so far the reactions have been awesome. Still waiting on all the proper day one stats to come out, but it's looking pretty good. I'm really happy with the song. I'm glad people are digging it.
And you also recently released a new single with Ice Giant.
Yes, we did. Yeah. So Ice Giant released a re-recording of the first song that was ever written for the band. It predates me in the band. I've only been in the band since 21. That song is from 2016, I believe. But it's called At Tyranny's End. This is the third re-recording from our first demo that we've done. The first, well, depending on who you talk to, it might be called a demo, it might be called an album. That was released in 2017. If it sounds like it was recorded in a basement, it's because it was. And you can still find it on YouTube if you want to hear the comparison, but the new version, it's faster, tighter, actually recorded to a grid this time, so it is a little bit more consistent throughout, and it's got orchestrations, which were a post 2017 addition to the band, so I also am very proud of that.
Nice. I know it's hard to keep track of everything you're doing. Is there anything else any other news I've missed on the Dan Salen end of things?
No, not that I can announce. There's an ice
Okay.
giant. There's an ice giant related thing that will be announced soon-ish, but I can't talk about it yet.
Wow. Yeah.
Under
Yeah, and you're just the
NDA. I didn't know
bassist.
Ice Giant had you under NDA.
Mm,
I
fancy.
love Liv. I wouldn't want to piss her off.
She's outside the door right now.
Yeah.
She make sure
right over
you're
there.
not breaking NDA. God forbid you do.
Literally directly before this, we were watching Leprechaun 3 together. What a piece of trash. Great trash, but trash nonetheless.
All right. And Chris, I know there's a lot brewing on the Graveborn side of things.
We just dropped the title track from our upcoming album, so we're in between the single drop and the album drop. The single dropped on March 3rd. If you're listening to this, I'm guessing the album is either imminently about to drop or has dropped recently. That would have been April 3rd, where the whole thing, finally, I can't believe we did the whole thing, and now it's happening after like 5 years just stewing and working on it. So, we're going to do what all metal bands do and release it into the wild to mild acclaim between friends and fans that we have. And that's going to be really fun, I think. It's 11 tracks long. It's just over an hour, which is a little ridiculous for weirdo prog metal that we do. We were thinking about splitting it into 2 releases for a bit. But the rest of the band was basically like, nah, everyone's been waiting too long for Graveborn stuff. So it's all at once. It's all 11 tracks all at once.
I will say that like an hour for a prog metal album is nothing. An hour for a death metal album, you do have to justify it.
Yeah, I feel like we straddle the line too. So I don't know, maybe this is the one where we got just proggy enough to maybe justify it. But
I'm hoping.
Who's to say?
I'm hoping. I trust you guys, and and you have a rare Graveborn show coming up in May.
That's right. This is a combo Gravy Annihilus tour, so that's another reason for the combo Chris and Dan appearance.
Completely forgot that Annihilus was on that bill, but they play here enough that they're a great live band, but if you miss it, you'll live.
That's right. And I get to bask in that glory at the same time by doing double duty that night and the entire weekend when we roll up to Canada. I think I'm going to have a miserable Monday.
Oh my God.
Coming back, but I'm excited to rip 2 sets in a row with 2 pretty awesome bands.
Rest in peace, your fingertips.
Yeah, I think I forget, Dan, who's playing last Sunday?
Annihilus, I believe.
Okay, great. So you're going to human instrumentality me or something, right? And I'm just going to be dead by the time.
Maybe.
I'm going to be subsumed
we'll see.
into the human soup, but just me. It's just Chris instrumentality.
It's Montreal, so like it's it's incredible music taste in city form. I feel like we got to give them something cool.
That's true.
So I wouldn't put it past us.
Yeah, has Graveborn ever been up to Canada?
No, not at all. I personally have been up to Canada once. I guess I was like scoping the place out, but we've never, honestly, Graveborn has not really left the Philadelphia, New England, New York, New Jersey-ish border kind of area. Mm-hmm. So we're excited for that. There's a high possibility that sometime in like late summer, early fall, we're doing some other outside of New England thing. Could be as far as Arizona, could be as close as North Carolina. We're still really trying to figure that out, but it's kind of like our personal, not rule now, but just sort of we're trying to really not be in New England as much as possible, except for like real big homie fest kind of things.
Now that that's out of the way, what's the game? You probably know the rules to 6 Degrees of Separation, the game where you try to find your closest connection to an untouchable celebrity. This one is the metal edition, where celebrity can be used a lot more loosely, or just in matters of sheer infamy. I chose 7 musicians for this. We're at an ascending distance from our little snow globe world of the Boston metal scene. I made sure I could pull a 6-degree connection to all of them myself before recording, so I could have an answer if anyone got stuck, which is actually kind of crazy. I'm just a humble podcaster, and very shy at that, but my boyfriend was a humble guitarist, and hoo boy does that open up the floodgates. Dan and Chris were given full creative potential in drawing connections. And we have some good laughs. They're 2 of the funniest motherfuckers I know. Yes, this episode was recorded in my parents' basement. You'll hear some evidence. We tried to use a track from Chris's end to cut out the dogs and other noise, but it didn't capture my audio at all. A little frustrating, but I had fun. Enjoy it regardless.
So start with the easiest. I figured that might be Howard Jones, formerly of Killswitch Engage.
Okay. All right. I'm going to see. Do you think it's smarter to work backwards from Howard or to start from my own Metal Archives page?
I'm going to try and start from Howard and see what happens.
I do think that is the smarter move here.
Howard Jones. All right. I think I have an idea of how to get.
His active bands, I don't even know. What is Burn Eternal?
No,
Light
right?
the Torch, which seems like the same band.
Light the Torch I know about because that's not Rob Scallon. It's a YouTuber's band. What's his name?
Is that Jared Dines?
Yes, it's Jared Dines.
Low
Project,
rent
yes.
Rob Scallon.
Yeah.
Oh
Throw
my
shade.
God.
Sorry to throw shade. I'm just not a fan. Okay. It's got to be through Killswitch Engage members, right? Like, you got to go through past Killswitch Engage members, maybe.
Yeah. All right. So Howard Jones.
Okay. All right. Pete Cortez was a former member of Killswitch Engage. He played guitars, rhythm, 2000-2001. He used to be in a band called Seamless. Now, Seamless had Derek Kurswill in it, who played drums. And Derek used to be a member of like Unearth and like a bunch of other bands. I know Derek because he came to my dad's house one time to buy a bunch of vinyl, and I met him there. So that's my connection. 2 degrees.
Oh my God. That's not the connection I made, but I do know Derek through, of all people, a cousin of mine who is not a metal musician. Because I think Derek like lives in the Central Mass area these days.
He does.
Yeah.
He's also in like, it seems like 25 bands as an ex-member based on this Metal Archives post.
Yeah, in the very early days of my podcast, I tried to get him on, and we never followed up. But we talked about it several times.
I'm trying to take a different route and see if I can get to it through Shadows Fall.
Ooh, interesting.
I have no idea if I'm going to be able to do this, but I'm going to try it. Oh, okay. I got it. Wait a minute. Hold on. Do I shit? Maybe I don't. Is it just like people that we know? Does that count?
Yeah, no, like
whatever is cool,
I say, like,
man.
if you could wave hi to them and they'd wave back.
All right. Okay. So
or you've had nice conversation.
Yeah. So here's my thing. Howard Jones was in Killswitch Engage. Killswitch Engage had now I can't find it. Hold on. Let me find it again. Oh, I see. Had Phil Labonte in it. Who was a former member of Shadows Fall. Shadows Fall had, apparently, I didn't actually know this, for 2 years, Felipe Roa played guitars for them. And I know him because he is a live member of Death Rattle. I have not met him personally. I know him through the internet. However, he was also a former bass player for, hang on, let me confirm his instrument actually. Let me double check.
I could have gone through this because I shared a practice space with Death Rattle for like 3 years.
Yeah, so Felipe Rowe is a former guitar player for Let Us Pray, which features Steve Lanning Cafaro as a bass player. And he was actually briefly in a band that I was in the 2010s called Anadonia. He played keys for us for like a couple days.
There you go. Do you think if you waved hi at him, he would remember?
Yes, definitely. We actually he what was the band? He actually played recently for Daihana as well.
Okay.
So I could probably actually tighten it up by just saying oh, actually no, because that wouldn't work. Yeah, but he played for Daihana recently when they played at the Middle East and we chatted a bunch.
Cool. My Howard Jones connection, I bypassed Kill Switch. I saw that he had a live vocal credit for Jamie Jasta's project.
Oh.
And
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, I've waved hi to Nick Petrino.
Shit, we all could have done
We
Nick.
have all done that.
We all could do Nick.
That's actually way faster.
Yeah, I didn't know it was
forgot
going to be
about
that.
Nick.
I didn't know it was going to be that easy. I was actually expecting to find like a weird like Western or Central Mass connection.
That's actually really funny that it's
Yeah,
that short.
We all just forgot about Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who honestly is also probably our gateway into any sort of traditional
True.
old school heavy metal just because of the D.
True.
Snyder, really.
True.
Yeah, I think I may have just like I didn't want to repeat connections too much, so I think I just like nuked like a dozen possibilities by wasting it on Howard Jones.
I'm happy to repeat. I'll milk whatever connection I can take. I stay inside a lot. I need help to make social connections.
Next on the list is the late, not so great Seth Putnam of Anal Cunt.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All
I love
right.
this man. I'm glad Seth Putnam is dead, and I think that he would also be glad that I'm glad Seth Putnam is dead. All right.
Man, looking at his past bands, Adolf Satan and Cannibal Hitler, come up with a new bit, man.
Oh, man.
I'm happy to say I don't think I knew anyone in.
Okay, I can make the absolute shittiest connection. I can make the absolute shittiest this does not count connection. Okay, Seth Putnam was in a band called Post Mortem. When I was a teenager, me and two of my friends made a death metal band, our first metal band ever, and we called it Post Mortem before we knew who Seth Putnam was. And that led to me finding out who Seth Putnam was and who Anal Cunt was. So you don't have to take that one. I'm actually going to try to find a legitimate one, but that is my like lifeline one.
I thought you were gonna say like he wrote an Anal Cunt song. The other possession is gay.
Wait a minute. Seth Putnam was on the Great Southern Trendkill as guest vocals?
Wait.
What the hell?
That sounds about right.
What the fuck?
Least racist Pantera member.
That's not surprising. Past so many of these past bands are just know nothing joke bands that he was in.
Okay, I'm cooking something up. I don't think it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try it.
I am gonna try to go through the postmortem thing just to see if there's anyone in here that could. Oh, this guy was in Fog Wizard. That's like a doom band, I'm guessing.
That sounds very doom band.
Death and sludge metal. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is what I was thinking because the current lineup for Fog Wizard includes Captain Motherfucker. This isn't gonna help.
Like you might be able to click on those artist pages and get a real name. But
that's true. I'm just looking at former bands and just looking for anyone that could possibly lead to a band that I know. And honestly, if it's doom metal, I'm trying to get to Concilium. I'll just make that. Okay, the postmortem thing is not working out. I gotta back up. Do I have to go through Pantera? Is that what this is? Oh, I Hate God. He did live stuff for I Hate God?
I just tried that. Oh, I got it. Hold on. I got mine. Give me 1 second to find the person. Okay, I've got mine. No, but that doesn't really count based on the rules. Hold on. I think I got to find another one. Damn, that was almost really good, but no, I don't think that's going to work.
I'm trying to take some real weird turns here. I'm going through Goat Whore. I'm going to see what I can get through Goat Whore. because I do have a black metal pathway as well, right? Like you have to find those people. Like I know this one guy in this black metal band.
I'm just reading so many Metal Archives pages right now.
Desperate. We're both desperate. We're gonna lose immediately.
There's no timer on this.
I know. I'm pivoting to I Hate God because maybe I can get to the red chord that way.
Ooh, that's an idea.
If I can get to the red chord, I can make things happen. Me going out to metal shows to try to meet people just to win at this game after this.
Yeah, this is gonna everyone get more social now.
It's also interesting just to see like the circle that these people are in, right? Because like there is sort of a maximum radius.
I just found a band called Full Blown AIDS.
Great.
Goddamn.
The most Seth Putnam name ever.
Honest God. God, half these guys are in like one band and just the one band. Like I can't, how? I'm just surprised that it's so difficult to connect to Seth Putnam because this guy was like,
you know what, Dan? I'm going to count that as a win for us. Like, if we're just so far detached from Seth Putnam, you cannot cancel us. You cannot.
My roommate Fish has a theory, a completely unconfirmed theory that Seth Putnam is somehow related to Ann Putnam, which is one of the people that was burned in the Salem witch trials. Because I think that would be funny.
Oh, wait, no, hold on. I think I got something. I got something here. Yes. Okay. I have to like find the pathway now. Okay. So I have hung out with and kind of know, because of a mutual friend, Max Lavelle from Black Dahlia Murder's sister.
Wait.
Yes. Theo, you know Paris, of course.
Of course.
She is decent friend. I don't know when the last time they talked, but she is friends with Max Lavelle's sister, who was in the Black Dahlia Murder. Now, Max Lavelle was in the Black Dahlia Murder with Brandon Ellis, who was in Cannabis Corpse with what member of Cannabis? I'm trying to go from Cannabis Corpse to I Hate God. Who was the shared member? Okay, I've lost the connection. There is a Cannabis Corpse and I Hate God connection that I'm trying to make here.
Okay, well, I think I Hate God is not going to work because that's all the New Orleans scenes. I need to find a band that's based in Boston. Like, let's try Adolf Satan and see if that works.
Please, anything.
Half these people are dead.
Aha! Randy Blythe. Yes, the Lamb of God guy was a live Cannabis Corpse vocalist at some point. What the fuck? All right, anyway, he also did live stuff for I Hate God. And there was a member of Goat Horror that was also in I Hate God. That was Sammy Duet. And Sammy Duet did something with Seth Putnam.
Very interesting.
That's where I've got. I've got to Goat Horror from Seth Putnam.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like, my degree of separation for Seth Putnam is laughably small. So Seth Putnam was in the band Satan's Warriors with this guy, John Gillis. John Gillis was in Brain Famine and In the Shit and a bunch of other bands. Also was an Anal Cunt drummer for a hot minute. Mm-hmm. And John Gillis shared practice space with Mike Burns, my boyfriend.
Ah, there you go. Oh, wait a minute. Seth Putnam apparently also did vocals for I Hate God, so we can skip the whole Goat Horror thing.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay, so it's Seth Putnam to Sammy Duet to Brandon Ellis to Max Lavelle's sister, who I've talked to a couple of times when she was over my house when Paris lived with me.
I mean, if someone's been over your house, that like ultra counts.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't care if
I'm
it's
submitting that.
Your platonic life partner's
more or less
friend.
All right, this is not a good connection, and I don't think it technically counts on the could you walk up to them and have a conversation thing, but I'm going to try it and see if it's accepted. So Seth Putnam is listed as a recording engineer on a live album by the band Nunslaughter. The drummer of whom is also in a band called Olathia, which Perennial Quest played a gig with at Legions of Metal a couple of years ago. I don't think I actually talked to them at all. So I don't think it actually counts.
I'll accept same bill.
Same bill. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. I was accepting same bill as a connection when I was writing this list down, because like I was brainstorming and there was like some convoluted web I made that didn't make the cut, but it used Seth from Septic Flesh as as the joint, and I'm like, I nosebleed with them.
Both of us.
Anyways, yeah, exactly. Anyways, speaking of Randy Blythe, he was next on the list.
Oh.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm just going to use the same strategy.
Yeah,
of
you know
Cannabis
what?
Corpse.
Not bad.
All right, let's see what I can do. I need to find something else. Oh. I've already found it. Hold on. Let me get a more strong connection because I didn't actually play this show. Ha! I got it.
You played it in your head.
Damn.
Yep, I got it. Okay, so Randy Blythe is in Lamb of God. Lamb of God's current drummer, Art Cruz, is a former drummer for Prong. Prong's current drummer is Tyler Boglioli. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. And he plays in a band called Electrocutioner, which is a New York thrash band that I played with when I was filling in for Maidenhead a couple of months ago.
All right. That's pretty recent, too. That's fresh.
Yeah. Electrocutioner is awesome. They put on a really good live show.
Yeah, it's crazy how much stuff Randy Blythe has been in, and this is still my connection, which is that he did a guest spot on a Shadows Fall album. I completely bypassed knowing Derek Kurzweil and noticed that Shadows Fall collaborated with audio engineer and musician Jim Fogarty. Jim Fogarty has also worked with K.O. Dot and Maudlin of the Well, and I've interviewed Toby from Maudlin of the Well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can I say I don't want to hear the Seth Putnam produced live record by any band? I don't want to hear that shit.
No, I don't. I'm not gonna lie. I would listen. I need to know. I need to know what it's.
It's part of New England metal history. Not for the best.
It probably sounds like.
Can I just mention how the Metal Archives picture for Seth Putnam makes it look like he's shooting up on stage?
I mean, he probably
was. Be surprised if he was.
Like, he's kind of famous for that one.
Seth Putnam is the G.G. Allen of Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And he would probably love the fact that he's known that way.
George Corpse Grinder Fisher.
Let's see what I can do with this one. George Corpse Grinder Fisher.
Man, there's a lot of Cannibal Corpse albums.
There's a lot of Cannibal Corpse members. And keep in mind, Corpse Grinder also has a solo project.
I feel like I know this band, Monstrosity.
That sounds familiar to me, too. But I'm not sure how.
I'm looking at their band members. I'm just looking for anyone that I might... Ooh, okay. Hold on. So that was...
Can I say because I auditioned for no, never mind. I'm thinking of a totally different band. I confused Nevermore and Fear Factory. That's a stupid... I did a dumb.
They're not anywhere close to alike.
Okay, I got it. Slightly. I fucking got it. And honestly, Dan, this is probably the same thing that you could do. Okay, so... Corpse Grinder did vocals for Monstrosity. In Monstrosity, a drummer was Lee Harrison, who used to do drums for Atheist.
Ah, okay, yep.
So a live musician for Atheist was Anthony Medaglia of Graviton and Lich King and Averse and Seven Spires and Epicenter.
Yep.
and I've interacted with Anthony at a bunch of shows.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we're
Anthony-
going to be touring Canada in his van in a couple of
That's
months.
right. That we're using Anthony's van to do that tour.
Okay, before we move on, I've got to give my connection. I chose a roundabout way because I could also do the Atheist Connection through either Yoav or Jerry as well.
Mhm.
So I chose the weird way. So Corpse Grinders and Cannibal Corpse, of course. And then Cannibal Corpse formerly had Brandon Ellis, who's ex-Black Dahlia Murder. Black Dahlia Murder's vocalist Trevor featured on a song by a band called Ancestral Curse, the guitarist of whom is Chris Jones,
There you go.
Wow.
who featured on the Annihilus Money single that came out today.
That's a
nice.
much better connection.
And it's synergy with the new release.
Marketing, baby.
Hell yeah. My Corpse Grinder connection is with, it starts with Eric Rutan, ex-Cannibal Corpse.
Is that the knife guy?
No, he's the one with the recording studio.
Okay. I'm thinking of Pat something. Pat O'Brien, is he the
Pat
knife guy?
O'Brien,
He's
yeah.
the knife guy, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so thankfully Eric Rutan, very, very normal guy. Has a recording studio. Goat Whore recorded there. What's my Goat Whore connection? The Massachusetts black and death metal band Coffin Birth opened for them like in 2006.
Oh, wow.
And my boyfriend was in Coffin Birth at the time.
Huh. That's awesome.
It was a pay-to-play gig. He regrets it pretty hard, I think.
Wait a minute. I think that means I could have done the Coffin Birth thing as well?
I think making Coffin Birth connections is really easy, actually.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I just want to confirm something about Coffin Birth. Oh god, there's 5 Coffin Births on Metal Archives. Fuck, which one? Not that one. Okay, I gotta find the Massachusetts, Brisbane, Queensland. No, not that one. New Brunswick. They're all UK and Canada. Rome, not that one. Okay, there's the one. Boston, Massachusetts. Members. Yep, I could have done the Coffin Birth thing that way as well. Wait a minute. Anthony Simone was in Coffin Birth?
Really? Oh, that's an easy connection. That's
What
good to
the
know.
fuck?
How do you know him?
Anthony Simone, he recorded Graveborn's 3rd record.
Oh, shit.
And he did 2 of our, like a lot of our music videos, actually. Like the entire Transmigrator thing was all Anthony Simone. Temporal Sands that we dropped late last year was also Anthony Simone.
Like, his name sometimes comes up in old Coffin Birth stories that, like, I hear from Mike, but I don't know. I didn't know what he was up to since then.
Yeah, he's just doing a lot of video stuff right now, as far as I'm aware. I've only hung out with him maybe twice or something like that, but we chatted quite a bit. He actually came over to my apartment once, and we had a good time.
Hell yeah. My next connection, Dave Mustaine.
Ooh, okay. Let's see. Well, I could do that through Maidenhead real quick, but I'm not going to do that.
Maybe you could.
Yeah, man, just take the easy route.
All right. I'll give the easy route, but I want to find a more convoluted one for my own sanity because Dave Mustaine, Zach from Maidenhead has met Dave Mustaine multiple times because he's like the biggest Megadeth fan on the planet, and I was in Maidenhead for a couple months. So there's my short one. Let's find a better one.
Do you think Dave remembers Zach?
Probably. So Zach told me a story where I guess, I'm probably going to recount this wrong, but Dave currently is a Gibson artist, I think.
Okay.
And I believe before that, he was a Jackson artist. And if I'm remembering the story that Zach told me correctly, Zach brought one of the Jackson guitars to Dave to sign recently. And because at the time he was endorsed by Gibson, he was technically not supposed to sign it. But he did. And apparently it's like a it was like a legal thing. I don't actually know. I was told that story once, like several months ago, so I'm probably remembering it wrong. But I know there was. I think if that story is as big a kerfuffle as I recall it being told to me, then I definitely think he would remember. Yes.
Okay. My friend, the connection being my friend was in a civil suit with Dave Mustaine.
Oh man.
Wow. Okay, so it's like legal connections. Oh,
Yeah. Let's see if I can find this weird one.
There's a lot of ex-Megadeth members to choose from.
There
I don't
are.
know if
Imagine
any of them
why.
are gonna work, man. Unless, of course, I can get to fucking Dee Snider or Twisted Sister
Yeah.
using the Nick door.
I want to see if I can get to it through Metallica. I don't think I'll be able to, but let me try it.
Yeah, because, props to Metallica. Compared to every other long-running metal band, they're great at keeping a lineup.
Yeah, you know what? I really do have to hand it to them for that. You really only get kicked out of Metallica by dying, I think.
Yeah.
You have to, you have to either die or really, like, have some of the most long simmering resentment.
But Lars is
Like,
still in there.
So, Jason Newsted, though, like, I don't blame him for leaving.
Yeah, no, that's not going to work.
Okay, I got another one. All right. Okay, so Dave Mustaine. This is crazy. Okay, no, I got through it through Metallica. So Dave is a former member of Metallica. Metallica's former bass player is Jason Newsted. Jason Newsted was in Voivod. Voivod's current guitar player, Chewy, is also in Martyr. Martyr, their current drummer, Patrice Hamelin, is an ex-member of Gorguts. And Gorguts, what was the thing that I just had in my head? Okay, Gorguts' bass player, Colin Marston, is also in Behold the Arctopus, and I saw Behold the Arctopus play at the old Alchemy back when it was upstairs, and we chatted for like an hour after the show.
Okay.
So that's my convoluted one. Through Metallica. Through Metallica.
I really don't know if I'm going to be able to get this one. I might be 6 degrees. I might be 7 degrees. Kubla Khan? Why is this Kubla Khan guy as a former Megadeth member?
What?
Who
What?
the fuck?
It is. I'm looking at. I'm sorry. I was going. Greg Handovit, guitars, 1983 to 1984, is a member.
And he's in Kubla Khan?
Is a member of Kubla Khan.
How old is he?
Wait. You might. So there's a Kubla Khan that's like an old thrash metal band.
That's that one.
It's
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
Because
I was thinking of the hardcore band.
The hardcore
That's what
band,
I thought too.
The hardcore band had
Okay.
to tack TX onto theirs because they actually did get in like a legal kerfuffle with the other Kubla Khan.
It does say
Okay.
not to be confused with metalcore band Kubla Khan from Sherman, Texas. And now I'm like, fuck, I thought I was going to be able to go through the hardcore route.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to do this anyway. I'm going to say they are to be confused with Kubla Khan. Oh, but fucking Metal Archives, they won't accept Kubla. They took me to a Wikipedia page because, God forbid, you have a hardcore band on Metal Archives.
So when I was doing this, like I know Metal Archives is very, infamously strict about like what counts as metalcore that they can accept. And there's a band I was sure was not on the Metal Archives, the hardcore band Jesus Piece, because I've seen them with a terrible concussion, but I did see them.
Oof.
And like all I thought, I'm like, yeah, this is sure hardcore. They're on the archives. I guess they're metal enough. I'm like, you can have them, but not Fallen Monarch.
That's crazy. You can have Jesus Piece, but not exist featuring members of Revocation and Death to All, and like what?
Yeah, I've definitely disagreed with some Metal Archives choices.
Okay, I think I have to throw in the towel here, guys. The best I can do.
I win. Unless I fuck it up.
I think the best I can do is Chris Poland was in Megadeth at some point, and I'm a Chris that's Polish. So that's
Hell
what I
yeah.
got.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, that's an automatic win.
Chris Poland is what people call you when they can't remember your actual
Probably.
name.
Probably.
Chris something Polish.
Mhm. Yeah, I have to throw in the towel on that one.
My connection to Dave Mustaine is through Marty Friedman. He had a recent guest spot on Worm's latest album. And Worm's lead guitarist Phil is the guitar teacher for my boyfriend.
Oh my god, I've taken lessons from Phil too. I could have done that.
Oh, you have?
Yes, I've taken like 2 guitar lessons from Phil. And I also have talked to Phil because of Paris.
From what I hear from Mike, he is a fantastic teacher. At least like
you got some stuff to teach for sure.
That's actually another Chris Jones connection because he's their live guitarist as well.
Shit.
The other guitarist from other than Phil.
Yeah, I just remember like Mike had signed up for the lessons because he had grown tired of his old guitar teacher. And he signed up for lessons with Phil. And he's like, "Oh yeah, Phil from Exool," and I'm like, "Okay." And then he's like, "Hey babe, have you heard of the band Worm?" I'm like, "Have I?" Oh, I love Worm.
Just put out an awesome album.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. For me, it was First Fragment. I loved his First Fragment.
I love First Fragment.
Yeah, First Fragment's real good, but I was looking through photos when I saw Worm live a couple of years ago, and I was on the Phil side of the stage. I had all these close-ups of him. I'm like, babe, look how close I was to Phil.
Actually, speaking of connections also and First Fragment, that's a really good band if you want to bridge the power metal to death metal side of things.
Ooh.
Because First Fragment's guitarist Nick Miller is also the basis for Unleash the Archers, which is a good little flip bridge, genre bridge kind of thing.
We're crossing into some interesting territory with these last two. The connection is possible, but you might have to think outside the box.
Okay.
Varg Vikernes.
Ooh, okay.
Because we could have just Seth Putnam on this.
That's true. Okay, now I definitely don't want to make this connection. I want to be as far away from this as possible.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're gonna have to bridge continents. Okay.
Okay. Do I just go through Mayhem somehow? Again, I know like a black metal connection I can kind of make. I'm gonna try to go through Immortal. If I can get to Dimmu, I have it.
Dimmu, huh?
Yeah, if I can get to Dimmu, I have it. There it is. Hellhammer. Okay. Varg was in Old Funeral with Abbott, who was in Immortal with Hellhammer, who played in Dimmu, Borgir, who we all know.
This cut removes a connection between a friend of Chris's and Dimmu Borgir. Use your imagination. Sorry about the lack of climax here, but I have secrets to keep.
So, you know what? If this doesn't happen, then like we can strike this connection.
All right, I think I have an idea, but I'm gonna have to go to Wikipedia for this one and see if I can follow it. Because I'm trying to go through the Kanye West route.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but I'm going to try.
Definitely a lateral move.
Definitely a lateral move.
Does
I have
Kanye
no idea.
have a Metal Archives page?
Fuck no, he doesn't. All right.
Oh, okay. There was a guy, Tony Loreno, who was in Dimmu, who was also in Black Dahlia, so I could have done the Dahlia route again.
What if I try this one? Ooh, I might have it. Hold on. All right, this is definitely going to be more than 6, but I think I got it.
What have you got so far?
It might be more people. So my thoughts are, yeah, I don't think I'm actually going to be able to make this one. My thoughts were that Kanye wore a Burzum shirt Kanye released the album Donda, which featured Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson's album Mechanical Animals was produced by Tom Lord Alge, whose son is Chris Lord Alge, and I thought maybe I could find one of the metal albums that Chris Lord Alge produced that has people that I know on it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I would have to go all the way through his discography and find more, and it would be way more than 6.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have like a hard number rule, but I think if you're getting to like 12, I'd be like,
That's probably what it would be like.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
That means
happening.
I'm closer to Varg. That means I'm more racist than you did.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
I feel like I'm losing all these rounds, even though
I'm
winning
beating the allegations.
the wokest person in the podcast.
Oh God, if I'm the wokest person in the podcast, there's a problem.
Anyways, my connection, I also did the old funeral connection to find a Beth. I went through a Beth solo career, though. One of his former live drummers was Gabe Sieber of Decrepit Birth. Through Decrepit Birth, they had bassist Sean Martinez, who was also an atheist. You might think, oh, you burned your Anthony Medaglia connection there, but no, I decided to be stupider. Jerry Watunsky's an atheist. I don't actually know Jerry. We've never talked. Ray Brower from Ancient Death is also in the band Metriphagy, and I know Metriphagy's former vocalist Mike Bonomo. We're very good friends. But it's crazy how far atheists can get you in this game.
For real.
Yeah, I think I could have done Decrepit Birth too, because I believe the bass player for Ley Lines right now, or one of the like live members of Ley Lines, was a former bass player for Decrepit Birth. And Ley Lines has Jesse Blanchett in it, who is in Graveborn.
Well, it's actually even closer than that, because Decrepit Birth's current bass player, Chris Ratcliffe, is also the live bass player for Desiderium.
Okay,
oh,
that'll work.
And there's another level of that. I wish I had seen.
Yeah, Sean, same guy, Sean Martinez. He played bass for Ley Lines for a minute, which is not an active Metal Archives link. It's just here. But yeah, I could have gone Decrepit Birth through Sean into Ley Lines into Jesse.
We also could have done Gabe Sieber toured with Fallujah recently, and Sam Marati and their current guitar player used to be my neighbor.
True.
That's actually really funny.
Yeah.
Terrible connection to be had with Varg, not with the Fallujah guys. I love Fallujah. The last one, Gerard Way.
Oh, well, okay.
I mean, that's not fair.
You're
not allowed to use Chungus.
Fine. We'll both
You're
do the
not
same
allowed
thing.
to use Chungus.
Listen, My Chemical Chungus is a thing because of me, okay?
Yeah, that is also true.
Does Gerard Way know about My Chemical Chungus?
No, he does not.
I think the legal cease and desist would follow.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Has he legally threatened My Chemical Chungus?
Okay, so My Chemical Chungus is a My Chemical Romance Chungus-themed cover band that started in part because their bass player, Alyssa, is a bass student of mine, and when she was like, I think I should ask my friends to start a cover band with me, I was like, yes, you should do it.
That's very cute. Now, I will give a hint with Gerard Way. He does have a Metal Archives artist page.
Oh, okay.
I
think I see where you're going.
Yes. I'm not asking you to do a 2000s emo taxonomy.
I think it's going to have to be the Chungus connection, to be honest with you. By the way, I don't think we said live that
we've never seen
Dan plays keys for My Chemical Chungus. So.
I do, yes. I was the last addition to that band.
Yeah. You know what? We've never seen Gerard Way and Fish in the same room together.
That's true.
Absolutely true.
Well, so if Fish was on this call, what he would say is that Gerard Way is a he-they from New Jersey, and then who witnessed 9/11, and Fish is also a he-they from New Jersey who witnessed 9/11.
Wait, he did?
Yeah. Fish. Gerard Way famously, though. That's like the
I know,
inception of
yeah.
NCR. Fish did also, but was like less than 1 year old. So
Yeah, I was gonna say that like Fish seemed like a post 2001 birth.
yeah, it was right around that time. I don't know what his birthday is off the top of my head, but yeah, that's
Don't you live
definitely,
with him?
Yes, he's my other roommate. He might be listening in on this and being like, "Why are they talking about me?" It's
Why
because
don't you
Chungus
know-
came up.
why don't you know your roommate's birthday?
I don't know anybody's birthday. I barely. The only reason I know my own birthday is because it's Cinco de Mayo.
Also,
So that means I'm not getting a birthday present from you next month, Dan?
I could
Yeah.
not even tell you what day it was if you paid me.
Chris, we share a birthday. I'm younger than you, but we share a birthday.
I
Right,
wouldn't know
forgot
either of your
about that.
birthdays
I
if you paid
forgot
me.
about that, Theo.
Yeah.
That's so unfortunate.
I think we need to do the podcast banquet.
I mean, fair. I think
Not like
I
I-
actually will be doing a Graveborn practice on my birthday for my birthday. Like that's like my birthday present to myself.
Yeah, my birthday present is Dark Tranquility tickets.
There you go. It's probably the better time.
Yeah, I mean the cool thing about being born on April 19th is that you're right near 420. So there's
Yep.
going to be some really good shows booked as long as you like doom metal.
So my partner's birthday is April 21st. So we celebrate generally on 420 because it's
Oh,
Oh, that's so
21.
cute.
Okay, I do remember that.
I am still trying to find a more legitimate Gerard Way connection.
Yeah.
The only
No,
option
mine-
is Frozen Soul, right? Like that's what you have to go through.
Or Ibaraki. I'm gonna
Mhm.
try Ibaraki and see
All
if I
right,
can
fine.
get to
Let's
it
see.
through
I'll
that.
go Frozen Soul. You go Ibaraki.
Well,
But yeah.
it would have to go through Matt Heafy though, is the thing. So
Mm,
I don't know how possible that's gonna
yeah,
be.
these
Let's
are all
try
like
it.
straight up death metal bands, and I feel like I don't have much. I think the way forward is Chungus. It's like God in heaven.
All right, I found one, but it doesn't count because I wasn't in the band when it happened, so I'm not gonna go for that one.
I somehow got to a Squala grind. I don't know how the fuck I got here.
Honestly, that's probably a good connection.
It's like I think like just geographically they're sort of close.
They're Pittsfield, right? That's like 3 hours west of here. All right, let me see if I can do this. Oh no, that band is gone, so that's probably not gonna work.
You're like fucked when all the like the X bands that people were in are shit you've never heard of.
Yeah.
For real.
I don't know what Vaginal Bear Trap was, but
But send it to my doorstep.
God, I've never read so much Metal Archives in my life. This is awesome.
Okay, I'm now on a page with a guy. This guy's artist page is just Tom, the first name Tom, and his bands are Colostomy Space Bag, Haggis, Proctologist. So I feel like there's a theme here.
I don't want to talk to that guy.
Who the fuck are you, Tom? His picture, he has like a ski mask on and a studded metal vest, and he's playing a shitty Les Paul.
If he's in Haggis, that makes sense.
You go, Tom.
Haggis is in the Mincecore band?
Yeah, I think
yeah.
so, right?
That's the only one that I know. Andre has a flag of them in our space.
No, this is Haggis, Haggus from Oakland, California.
I think that's I think that's
okay.
the one.
All
I
right.
think that's the one. Andre has a flag of theirs on the wall by the mixer.
You know what? Then that's what we'll go with. Is that Andre has a flag with Haggis, and I somehow got there from Gerard Way. I fucking forget how. Well, Tom was in Haggis, which is a flag on Andre's wall in the practice space. And that guy happened to share... He was in Vaginal Bear Trap with someone who was also in Creator Destroyer.
I have
Emma Joan Little, who was in Creator Destroyer, who had Jesse from a Squala Grind in it, who was also... Yeah, Jesse was in Amygdala. And Amygdala had a guy that was in Frozen Soul, Chad Green, and Frozen Soul had Gerard Way guest for some vocals. That is my very, very long form connection if we're not just going the Chungus route.
I have one more potential lead that I'm looking for. Let me see if I can find it.
By the way, someone please update my Metal Archives photo. It's been the same thing since like 2016, I think.
Same, and mine is a photo of the one single time in history other than the two Annihilus Mundi solo shows where I ever played guitar live.
I need to see how bad Chris's picture is.
Oh my god, Dan, that is a terrible
Yeah, that's really bad. I think I'm a freshman or sophomore in college.
Yeah, Chris's is just, it's not high def enough. And he's making that face.
Oh, I got it. I got a good connection.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, so Gerard Way guested on a new single by Frozen Soul. Frozen Soul, their album Glacial Domination, was mastered by a guy named Jack Control. Jack Control also mastered Speed Inferno by CX.
Oh my god. Yeah, mine's
There we go.
Jack Control.
Carmine and Derek both. I know them really well.
That's what that is.
Jack Control. Did his parents name him that?
I think, unfortunately, yes.
Okay. I do have a Gerard Way connection. You have to bear with me. So, he did that song with Ibaraki.
Mm-hmm.
I went through Trivium. Current drummer for Trivium is Alex Rudinger, who did live drums for Revocation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anyone in Revocation, but David Davidson of Revocation was in this short-lived project Cormid with Luke LeMay of Gorguts. Colin Marston is in Gorguts, and Colin Marston mastered the album Formless Ruin of Oblivion by Hexrot, and they're friends of mine who've been on the show.
Nice. That's the second time Colin Marston has come in today.
Yeah, awesome. I was that was like the last one I was setting up, and I'm like, why did it take me this long to get like a solid Colin lead?
I actually also, now that you've said it, I could have taken that route too, because Revocation's current bass player, Alex Weber, is a pretty good friend of mine.
Oh, nice. Yeah, like I was thinking, like, you guys are gonna hit the Revocation link. Like,
I can't believe I didn't, honestly. That would be way easier.
Because I feel like everyone but me knows someone involved in Revocation. I just don't.
Alex is the first person that I've known that's been involved in Revocation. Because he's also in Exist, and he was in Wormhole for a while. And I love Exist. They're one of my favorite bands ever. Nice. I've punished the ever-living fuck out of them every time they've come over here. And Wormhole, I love Wormhole. I don't think he ever toured with them, but I know he played on the Weakest Among Us album.
Nice.
I do not have a good Revocation connection, actually, so I'm clearly the least cool one here.
Yeah, you're just like the fakest death metal fan.
Pretty much. We found it out.
Yeah, you're actually forced to call Graveborn Prague now.
Yep. God damn it.
All your deathcore fans go away.
Yeah.
I guess I could have gone to Revocation if we were doing that through Composted, because there was a member of Revocation that was also in Composted for a minute. Composted had Mark Richards in it, who does a bunch of my tattoos. So
yeah,
that's the closest.
Yeah, Mark Richards is another boyfriend connection because he did album art for one of Mike's bands back in the day.
He did the Scourge of Eltar album cover art actually too.
You wasted your Mark Richards on the Scourge of Eltar.
Yep.
We gotta have a redo on that at some point in the future.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just a cursed idea at this point.
Doing it.
Once again, thanks to Chris and Dan for returning to Nausea River. Buy Metempsychosis by Graveborn, and give Dan some love for the new Annihilus Mundi and Ice Giant singles. He promised an Annihilus Mundi album for real this year, and, I promised to have my novel written by now, but I trust Dan a lot more to deliver. Anyways, I'm Theo Morgan, and have a good night.
Trying to think of like a good closing. Now that we've found our Gerard Way connections, a good closing remark.
Chungus.
Yeah.
I guess the closing remark is that My Chemical Chungus is the most profitable and popular band out of any of the things that we are involved in.
This is true. Do you want the definitive anecdote about this? Okay, so My Chemical Chungus is it's a joke cover band. It's like it was designed to be a drinking group first and foremost, and then also once in a while we play shows. So our first show was a sold out show at Off the Rails in Worcester, which I had never even heard of, but it's like a 500 cap country bar right next to literally in the Palladium parking lot. And it's an awesome venue. It's a really, really nice place. And then our second show was at the Shaskeen in Manchester, which is about a 250, 300 capacity room, I want to say. For context, the week prior to this show, or 2 weeks technically prior to this show, Ice Giant had been on our tour with the Zebellian Triangle. So this was summer 2024. At this one single Chungus show, this was our second show ever, we played to more people and made more money at that one show than Ice Giant's entire 2-week tour combined.
What are we doing, Dan?
We're not.
What are we doing?
It's a fucking travesty. But the reality is that people don't give a shit about our weird prog.
They don't.
They want to hear Taking Back Sunday and My Chemical Romance and Against Me and Boys Like Girls and stuff like that.
Yeah, millennial nostalgia is going to pay dividends.
Yes, 100%.
And I need to cash in. I can't believe I missed out. Honestly, I'm waiting for like Sam or Jimmy to be sick one day so I can get like $100 for doing a couple. Finally, some profit for all this work I've done.
What we really got to do is we got to first of all, we got to get a group together. And by a group, I mean like double up the amount of instruments that we actually technically need and then just divvy it up. And then find as many super gentrified areas as we possibly can. And then find a bar somewhere in one of these super gentrified areas and just like harass them unendingly until eventually they let us play on a Friday or Saturday night, and then we'll probably make $300-400 and we can split that amongst ourselves, and then that's how we form a cover band. Woo.
Yeah, if you have that many members, Slipknot covers.
Chungus actually has been talking about doing a Slipknot cover set at some point. We'll have to probably hire 3 additional percussionists.
You'll also have to compete with Slapnuts, who I believe is the New England area premier Slipknot cover band.
Slipknot, yes.
Yeah.
Slapnuts, what a great name.
Yeah, I got that wrong. I'm sorry. No disrespect to Slipknot.
No, I think they are called Slapnuts. I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
I think you're right.
I mean, I feel like I've seen their posters plenty. So
yeah.
Reggie has definitely gone to one of their shows. So okay, yeah. The closing remark should be, "What are we doing? We should start a cover band of a much more famous and cool band,
and then we can quit our jobs and just do that."
Because you know what? Like all the cover bands like that play at bars, like 90% of them are boomer nostalgia, and that demographic isn't going to be alive or going out for that much longer.
Nope, still voting but not going out.
Yeah, I do hope my dad's a boomer. I hope he didn't hear that. I want him specifically around, but he has Gen X tastes, so
cool then.
But I don't know if Gen X nostalgia has really caught on.
Is 80s nostalgia technically Gen X nostalgia?
I would say so.
Yeah, because I mean, that I almost feel like has kind of already had its come and go, because like Stranger Things and like that whole era of like the 2010s where every single thing was 80s nostalgia bait. I feel like that's kind of out of style now already.
All right, Dan, you and I, we just got to find like a drummer and we'll just do Blink-182 cover band.
Okay.
And
We'll only have to be able to play 4 chords.
yeah, and we can make it some joke about me being blind or something. Blink
All
2200.
Blind kids.
Blind 1 over 82.
Yeah, blind 1 over 82. Yeah, that's what we do. And then I can, here's another way we can close this out. The first full song I ever learned on guitar, and I always, the answer I give to most people is What's My Age Again by Blink-182, but that's not true because that song has a verse and a chorus and a bridge that you have to learn. But the actual first song that I learned was another Blink-182 song. I don't know if you guys ever heard the various joke songs they put at the end of Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. They had a song that was one finger picked riff that was a jokes B-side at the end of Take Off Your Pants and Jacket called I Want to Fuck a Dog in the Ass.
Yeah, okay, I've heard of that. Yeah.
That's actually the first guitar song I ever learned in full and completely. And here I am
Where you are now.
Incredible.
So I feel like I should just play that live on stage in my blind 1 over 82 cover band and finally earn that money.
Yes. That'll do it.
That'll do it.
That's our next Annihilus skit.
Yep.
Since our pop punk skit did so well.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Yeah. People don't care. They want us to sing about how we hate our dads and play 3 chords and then that's it.